What's going on, guys? Jordan here, and today I'm going to talk to you about what is a Caesars first deposit bonus and how to profit from it. So, as you can see, the Caesars first deposit bonus is a $1,250 risk-free bet, and pretty much what a risk-free bet is, it's what the name is. You put $1,250 on your first bet, and if it loses, you get it back in bonus funds. Well, there's a slight catch with it, and there's multiple catches, but the first catch is that if you win, that's great. It's just like a normal bet. You win principal back, so you win the $1,250 back, and you win whatever profits you get. If you lose, you don't get principal back. You only win the profits. So if you were to take we'll just say a minus 125 because it's easy for math. If you were to put $1,250 on a minus 125 as your free bet, so you already lost your first bet, you were to only get $1,000 back. So even if you win, and mind you, a minus 125 is no luck. It's no gimme. That will lose plenty of times. You're only getting $1,000 back. You're already in the hole $250 from a quote unquote free bet. And you're probably wondering, well, why do these books even offer that to us? Why are they giving us all this potential free money? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I actually found this article and I thought this was very, very interesting. So I figured I would share it with you guys. Right here, you could see that DraftKings has reported earlier this year that a customer's lifetime value is $2,500 and that its average customer acquisition cost is $371. Operators hope that influencer partners can keep us users engaged, active, and loyal over the long term. So pretty much they're giving us a $1,250 bet. They don't even care. Obviously they don't want us to win, but they don't care if we win or lose because they know that just by getting a customer, they're going to make $2,500 per person, average per person in the long run. So let's just say half of the people that get this win and half of them lose, well, they're still making a ton of money because regardless, they're expecting that the average customer, or in total, the average person that they have is going to lose $2,500 to their sports book. I'm going to show you guys now how to use your first deposit bonus and to maximize your potential profits. So there's a couple different ways that you can go. The first one is if you have other first deposit bonuses on other sports books, you can just take, we'll call it $1,000 because I know MGM has or FanDuel has $1,000 first deposit, no sweat bonus. So we'll just say you put $1,000 on an over here, let's say 226.5, some random NBA game. And you take the under here. Well, you're going to make $909 on one book. So let's say you win on Caesars and you lose on FanDuel. So now you're essentially down like $91, but you're left with $1,000 free bet. That's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. That's very optimal. You just got $1,000 free bet for the price of $90. I will never complain about that. But if you don't want to, if you only have, let's say, one free bet, okay, and you don't have FanDuel, you don't have MGM, you don't have DraftKings, any of that, you can just go here to the free bet converter on OddsJam. And it's great because it shows you what the conversion rate is. So let's just say we were to let's look at this one, right? Random one. St. Louis Battlehawks against the Seattle Vipers. The conversion rate is 69.44%. So let's just say we only have the free bet on Caesars. So we're going to put the full amount at the $1,250. If you put $2,256.94, now we're probably going to round, so let's do like $2,250 on the DraftKings side, you're going to be left with over $860 of profit at a profit percentage of 69.44%. That is $868 of absolute risk-free cash. It doesn't get much better than that, really. So that's I would say the most optimal way to do it. You don't have to exhaust both of your bonuses. Okay. You're betting on a main market play. Like I wouldn't recommend that people bet. There's I filtered out, but sometimes you'll have like total corner kicks in a soccer match, or you'll have kind of these more obscure markets where a lot of these books won't let you bet big money on a certain side. So I would try to stay away from that. But on main market lines, we're talking like the Burns Masvidal fight. We're talking, an XFL money line game where, yes, it's not like the biggest, the league in the world, but there's enough money coming in on there where DraftKings would not have a problem, accepting over $2,000 worth of action. Same thing here. This is a versus Pinnacle, and I don't have access to Pinnacle, but it's the same thing. We're looking at a main market, tennis line. They'll let you put big money on that because there's plenty of action coming on it. That's pretty much how I would suggest everyone use those free bets and just use this free bet conversion. Like I mentioned here, they expect us to give the money back to them. And honestly, the vast majority of people do. They either lose because, here's the problem, right? You place your first $1,250 bet, you lose. let's say you put on a parlay because you're feeling risky, whatever. You're like, oh, it's a free bet. Then you get the free bet back, and you're like, okay, I just want to put on a minus 200 money line, and that minus 200 money line loses. Now you're out $1,250, and you might not be in the shape to lose that type of money. So instead of trying to risk it, just use this converter. Obviously you have to have a few more bucks in your bank account to be able to hedge it, but you're guaranteed. It's a conversion rate of over 69%. That's tremendous for literally no risk whatsoever. But the thing is, after you do that, the goal is to retain that money. Don't give it back to them. And that's kind of where EV betting comes in. I filtered it to Caesars, and you can see right now, these are all profitable plays that are on Caesars. The percentage right here is just the profit margin. So if you were to make bets like this over and over and over and over again, your ROI would be 2.3%. It might not seem like a lot, but that is huge considering you're rolling that over and you're getting that money back every single day, unlike stock market or anything like that, where you just kind of put your money in there and you let it work for itself. 10% on $1,000 in the stock market is $100. 3% in sports betting in a month, because you're betting that 3K every single day, is 90% profit. It's quite a big difference. And that's in 1 month. That's not over a year. That's 1 month. So right here alone, now you've already gotten your free, $700. Let's say you won on Caesars, and you want to build that up. Well, start using, positive expected value bets. Start using profitable bets like Christian Rodriguez money line against Raul Rosas at plus 220. You can take Ace plus 1.5 at plus 135. There's all these bets that are profitable that will, make you money in the long run. So that's pretty much how I use Caesars. The one last thing that I would talk about also are some of the other promotions that Caesars has. They're always giving you profit boosts. I know when it was college basketball season, it felt like every single day they were giving me, a 33% profit boost on a parlay. And yes, while parlays are somewhat of suckers' bets, if you can find valuable plays, parlay them, and then also add that 33% profit boost, it's tremendous. So right now we have one for MLB. It looks like that's about it, but there's stuff always popping up for this. So I highly suggest you look at it. Caesars is in my opinion, the best sports book. They don't limit. They have a great rewards program. And just overall, it's just a very solid sports book. So that's about it from me. As always, comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys.